CC 101 Productions presents Hazelyn Harlow's Industry News and Interview Series. This podcast entry highlights the recent fashion industry trade show event, Magic, and its offshoot side events, Pool and Project. Each of these wildly popular gatherings takes place in Las Vegas, an ideal spot for fashion buyers, editors, and vendors to congregate in the name of business while tooling away a bit at the tables and the slots. Sin City never looks as good as when the global fashion community descends for a few days of snapping up the latest and most contemporary of designers, many of which are exhibiting their wares for the first time. At this 3-day cluster of apparel, jewelry, bags, belts, eyewear, and shoes, and a whole bunch of nightlife thrown in to make it interesting. We had the opportunity to catch up with one of Hazelyn Harlow's signature jewelry designers, Vivica Menendez, creator of Omnatura, a collection of gorgeous, naturally carved, semi-precious stone rings, supple leather bags, and her wonderful collection of wood and bone accessories, all completely sustainable and socially conscious. On the first day of Pool, the more laid-back of the 3 trade events, I took advantage of the morning downtime and asked Vivica a few questions about her collection and insights into this week's shows. As I came upon the Omnatura booth, Vivica was already busy with potential buyers.
With Vivica with Omnatura, the most gorgeous ring and handbag line. We're really excited to have her part of Hazelyn Harlow. Vivica, tell me, what made you decide to do Pool, the show here at Magic? Why this show?
Actually ended up at Pool through some very good friends that are producing Pool, and they kind of gave me presented the opportunity to me, and so I got to know the show, and I thought it was a really cool show, so I was excited to be part of it. And this is our second Pool.
This is your second show, so tell me, how is it so far for kind of the first day compared to where it was the last season that you did the event?
Just first feeling, I think it might be a little slower than in July, but that's, we're just a few hours into it, so it might be just, turn out to be slammed tomorrow, we hope so.
That's awesome. So tell me just briefly, how did you get started in doing your free trade and sourcing your products from the Argentinian area? How did that all come about?
I actually got started in Brazil 5 years ago, and I got started by living in Brazil and knowing most of the people personally that make beautiful things and wanting to just showcase their work, because I saw so much amazing talent and beautiful materials that are indigenous to the place where we were, and they had no outlet for their creativity and no place to resell their things. So I started slowly bringing some things and giving them to friends and then selling them to friends, and then the demand was so big that I had to make it a business.
That's so exciting for you. So you've been in business how 2 years, 3 years, how long?
The original company started 5 years ago, and then I had a partner, then we parted way about 2 years ago. That's when Omnatura started. The actual present time Omnatura started.
So what are your plans for the future? Where do you see Omnatura going in the next year, next 2 years? What would you like to see happen?
A lot of places and a lot of things, but I would like to fine-tune the business more and more, just working with amazing artisans and finding even more special materials unique to different places. I like to work in places that are needy, where people have a lot of talent and usually they're struggling to survive. So to bring some of our wealth here in the Western world to third world countries and just, enable them to make their living through their own craft and not depending on charity or depending on the Western world to give them a handout or a hand-me-down, just giving us beautiful things. And most of the things that we do, they are ecologically sound materials. They're part of the sustainable cycle. So I want to forward the cycle of sustainability, so everything that you will use as a consumer comes from a good place in a good way. And my next project is going to be the Philippines. There is some amazing materials in the Philippines. The Philippines has been hit really hard with floods and tornadoes last year. They are in extreme need of help. So they can do beautiful stuff, and I would love to just go and help them and, find new things for us.
That's so exciting. Well, we are very honored to have you on Hazelyn Harlow. Our customers have been thrilled with your merchandise. They can't wait to see what's happening. The PR agency is can't get your work quick enough in front of the editors, so we're very happy to be part of an exciting future for you. And have a wonderful show, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, Vivica.
So there you go, an emerging designer with a passionate vision for her company and her community. That's what we're all about at Hazel & Harlow, connecting impressionable artists with savvy, interested consumers. It's the only way to be. Stay tuned. Our next entry into the Hazel & Harlow series will be an enlightening discussion with fashion industry expert Diana Velado, founder of the Style Assembly showroom based in Los Angeles. Until then, visit the Hazel & Harlow website for this month's events, promotions, giveaways, and featured designers. Cheers from CC101 and Hazel & Harlow.